Hey, I'm Swaet. Welcome to Under the Chart. This is a series where I like to just document and talk to creative people who sit below the top 100. Today I'm joined by Blondie. Blondie, introduce yourself, dog.
Yo, what up? I'm Yungblonde. You're watching Swaet.
It's just Swaet.
Swaet, you're watching Swaet. Motherfucker. Get onto it, real shit.
Boo. Alright, bro. So first things first, I think everyone would like to just really know who you are as just an artist in general. When did you start music?
Man, I started making music when I was, I think 15. Real shit. When I started actually getting into it, I was 15. I first started writing when I was like maybe 10, 11.
Yeah.
Man, my mum used to kick my ass, real shit. I stayed up till like like 12, 1 a.m.
Shit.
When I was in like year 5, year 6, just like writing music and shit. And I remember I had this one song, and it was I can't remember the fucking topic of it at all. Don't ask me.
Yeah. Fair
But
one.
yeah, it's like I had a fast part and everything, and like I found it maybe 2 years ago, and I ripped it up, and I really regret ripping it up. Shit, hurt me a lot.
No, there's always gonna be songs like that where you just like haven't told me. Even songs like I've talked to artists, they just wake up with a song in their head and they forget it instantly.
Yeah.
It happens, bro.
Yeah, shit.
Honestly,
Sucks.
it does.
Real shit.
Tell me about pretty much how it felt like for you to actually start writing music.
I'm a big believer in the instrumental as your therapist. Real shit. So for me at the time, like, you know, when I did first start actually writing music, it wasn't to like make a name for myself. It wasn't to, you know, I grew up on Eminem.
Yeah.
So it was more just like a therapy thing, really. Like at the ages of like 10, 11, like what really have you got going on? You know what I mean? So like maybe one day I'm writing about like, oh shit, I'm sad because my mom yelled at me.
I hope the mic's picking this up. There's a plane going over us.
Real shit.
Or like, in the alleyway.
It may be something like maybe my mom yelled at me, or it's like, I don't know, maybe I've got a couple fart jokes I want to get out on the fucking thing, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like it's just music is me.
Yeah.
When I put it to paper, and that's all that matters, really, just being yourself, I guess.
100%, man. I've heard some people told me it's like a journal. Would you say it's the same for you sometimes?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Okay. What's the song you resonate with the most that you've written?
Shit. That's a hard question. Shit.
We'll come back to that one. Well, let's talk about sort of like, I guess you like why you write music. You've mentioned that it's sort of like a therapeutic way for you. Is there anything else?
Man, sometimes I wake up and I think I'm on top of the fucking world and shit, and I just need to get that out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And onto like a pen and a pad. A lot of my songs are very boastful. You know what I mean? And that's a reflection of maybe who I am that day when I write that or when I record that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Music is me. Like I said, music is just me.
Fair, bro. What about your influences? You mentioned Eminem being one of them.
Oh yeah, Eminem, fucking hell. Oh yeah, Eminem. He was my first rap influence. Like I realized, you know, going back and listening to his songs, I'd actually grown up on Eminem. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was too fucking young to realize.
Yeah.
Found him when I was like 9, maybe 10.
Shit.
And that was when, you know, I was listening to him for like maybe a year or two, and then started writing, and then kind of fell off a bit, and then I started discovering Australian rap as well, and then I figured out it was its own thing. Like, you know about the Hilltops, Bliss and SO.
I know those guys.
Well, yeah. It didn't seem so far out of reach, but I still didn't want to touch it until my friend, his name's Nate, actually.
Shout out Nate
Boyd. He introduced me to Draft when I was 13. And ever since, like, he played Jimmy Ricard in the car one time, and I was like, fucking hell.
Damn.
Like, no way, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then when I found out he was Australian, like, obviously you can hear it in his accent, but found out he was Australian, I was like, get fucked. And I think for, like, maybe 6 months to a year, that's all I was stuck on, just his music, straight out. Doesn't have a lot of music, though. Really doesn't. So it's fucking, I don't know, Draft and Eminem, I'd say. They're two very big influences for me.
Aussie rap. Because those guys have a really, like, fast pace and they really like to go heavy onto the mic, just attacking it. Is that is that your style you resonate with?
Sometimes. Yeah. When I wake up in those like boastful moods, I guess. Yeah. Obviously, I've got a lot of sad songs.
Okay, well, tell me a bit about your music then.
Man, bipolar. Real shit.
Fair.
I'm not diagnosed, but like, it's very up and down. You know what I mean? I went through a real rough patch early 2023.
Yeah.
And you know what came out of that was probably the most beautiful piece of work that I've ever made in my entire life. Out the Woods. That's an album I made about just shit that I was going through, really. And it, you know, you go track by track. It's a story.
Yeah.
Really. Kind of chronologically. From the day that I'm gonna get sensitive, trigger warning.
No, go ahead, bro. Look, I'm like, I've told every person who I've interviewed, just, you can say as much as you want. There's no judgment here from me. Like, fuck the haters.
Yeah, fuck the haters.
If they're gonna say something, go right ahead, bro. But you say whatever the fuck you want, bro. It's safe space, bro. Safe space.
Okay, well, yeah, I went through a bad breakup, and I actually, February, it's getting hazy by the day, I think February 18th, it was a Wednesday, I actually tried to take my life.
Pacific.
Yeah, real shit.
Nah, but I'm sorry.
Yeah. Nah, you're all good, bro. It's fucking, I tried to take my life on top of a bridge in my small little fucking country town.
Yeah.
And, you know, my best friend actually appeared out of, his name's Ziggy, shout out Ziggy. He appeared out of nowhere, real shit, and just like, took me off that bridge pretty much. Found out I hadn't eaten in days and shit. It was a moment of like, why did that happen? You know what I mean? And that's why I feel, you know, I can get really down sometimes. Like anyone can get down and they can feel that, you know, my life's worthless and fucking all this. But like, I feel as if at the end of the day, if you aren't dead, then there's a reason why you're here. So I kind of took that and ran with it. And I wanted to make that album, not only to like, you know, have closure with that part of myself, but also hoping that resonated with some people as well, just with the terms discussed, I guess.
I think that line hits me, like, for real. Like, obviously we all go through it, but being diagnosed with something with depression can be a bitch, just to like sort of grab myself up each day to do something. But like, you know, I'm really happy for you and proud of you to be able to push through it and just have your music out there, because you put on beauty in the world, bro. For real. For real. Okay, so now I pretty much want to ask you about your strengths and weaknesses.
Strengths and weaknesses, shit. In what terms?
I guess in music, because that's pretty much who you are as an artist, your music. We can also talk about personal life if you want to do that as well.
Okay, alright. In terms of music, man, in terms of strengths, I feel that I'm getting to a point of just evolving through music where I'm becoming a lot more versatile. I started singing in songs recently.
Shit.
And it doesn't sound like shit entirely. So,
Yeah.
so like I'm really happy about that. Yeah, just versatility is a strength of mine. I feel not as versatile as some, but like I can do the odd singing and the odd rapping.
Okay.
In terms of weaknesses, I feel just not really in music, but just I guess meeting new people as well. That's you know, I grew up in a fucking sheltered town in Midwest New South Wales, so like I'm kind of, you know, for like 14 years, I'm just kind of used to seeing cunts and just like knowing them.
Yeah.
And now I'm like going out to Sydney every fucking second day pretty much, and you know, seeing a lot of people that I don't know. And always, like, meeting people is fun, but there's like the conversation aspect of it that's like, better not fuck up.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, does it make you nervous talking and meeting new people?
Nervous, yeah, nervous. I'd say it's definitely a shock because, like I said, small town.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the words just don't come out of my fucking mouth as much as I want them to. But no, it's just yeah. I guess in terms of weaknesses, just the conversation aspect.
That's fair.
The networking as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to introducing myself as just like, oh yeah, like I'm Matt. How are you? Like it's becoming a thing where. And that's the beauty about, you know, being a rapper and just being an artist in general. You get to introduce yourself as a whole different persona, and people base you off that. So like, you know, people like I got mates down here, like my best friends, they call me Blondie. You know, you call me Blondie, shit. So it's like I'm building a persona off of that. Yeah, and it's fun, man.
Is that do you put like a different characteristic in this persona, or do you just stay as yourself just with a different name?
I feel like it is a different persona because, you know, I feel that I've grown up with Matt so long. It's like, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's as Blondie, I feel a lot more confident, which is contradictory to the conversation thing we were just talking about, but a lot more confident because people know me as something and they can appreciate that, whereas if I just introduce myself as Matt, you know, they're going to be like, oh, fuck, who are you?
fair.
Real shit.
Where has music taken you, though? Because obviously you've, like, you know, you've met at least a few people now, as I imagined. Where has it taken you now?
Fucking hell. to infinity and beyond, bro. Real shit. To
For
infinity
real.
and beyond. I mentioned Draft.
Yeah.
I'm now opening for him.
Yeah.
In Newcastle.
Shit.
March 23rd. Grab your tickets.
March 23rd.
Which is just a fucking surreal moment.
Yeah.
Real shit. Like man, it's hard to sleep at night to think about it.
Like, I imagine meeting your hero.
Bro, like my actual, like, I can't put it in words really,
Yeah.
but it's like, it's just so surreal.
Yeah.
And the fact that like he hit me up himself, like no manager, no promoter, you know, just him himself, like, yo, do you want to do a set on the Nui show? I said, fucking absolutely.
Jeez.
What do you mean? And then like, I don't know, because I got his CDs in my milk crate full of music at home, and just like, it feels like a full circle moment. Like, obviously I haven't met him yet, but like, it's happening. You know what I mean? It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Congrats, man.
Hey, cheers, bro.
For
Appreciate
real.
that.
Well, even on that, like, I'm sure you're gonna probably show some new music and stuff you're working on. What tell me about your new tracks that's coming out.
I got a track dropping on the 26th. By the time this is out, maybe that'll drop. But it's called Step to Me, and that is probably the best thing I've written. Real shit.
Yeah.
The best thing. Mixed and mastered all myself as well.
Shit.
Recorded in G Rebel's fucking studio as well. So it was it's the best sounding song that I will or have out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just, I feel like that song alone just captures who I want to be as Yungblonde as well, and I'm really proud of it, man. Really proud of it. Obviously, I got more plans for music this year in terms of like drops and shit, but we'll find out later on.
Yeah, big ups, bro, big ups. So I guess my next question is going to be pretty much, what do you see yourself accomplishing in the next 5 years?
Man, I see myself blowing up. Real
Yeah.
shit. Like, it's not even just in a, you know, like an arrogant aspect. I just like, I've been putting all this work in for like nearly 2 years. You know what I mean? And just like a year and a bit into Yungblonde.
Yeah.
But, just music in general, like fucking years. You know what I mean? And you know, like obviously that work's got to pay off at some point. So yeah, I do see myself blowing up. And the thing about Aussie rap, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, as fucked as the scene is, you know what I mean? Which it's fucked.
Yeah.
You know, like there's the beautiful aspect of like knowing everybody, and the thing about Aussie rap is that I look at it as a conveyor belt. Not just one artist blows up, it's a plethora. Maybe like 20 artists at a time. Like in the body bag days, fuck body bag media. But in the body bag days, like you saw artists like Wombat chilling it. Unfortunately Husky. And fucking just all those boys, and the festival that they put together with like Curvy and shit. And like even the grime battles with like Wombat and Mr. Righty, and like even when Cursor was coming up, like the rap battles in those days as well. Like I go back and I watch those, like because they're fucking funny. And 360 and Cursor, they kind of found their ground on that. And I look at that and I take it as inspiration, because if they can do it, anyone can.
Pretty much.
Because Cursor, the thing about Cursor is that he was like a fucking nobody, bro. He was living in housing commission in Campbelltown. I'm very fortunate to not grow up in like a rough spot. You know what I mean? And he did that.
Yeah.
And he came out with that. And like now he's living in a fucking really nice house somewhere down in fucking Wollongong. You know what I mean? And and he's selling out shows across the country. And Complete, like he was, again, a nobody. Now he's something. He's gone on international tours to fucking Europe and shit. So it's I do see myself, at least having success in this country. Worldwide would be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's the goal is to blow up within the next couple of years, and I feel like now it's really in the process. You know what I mean?
For real.
About to get 1,000 followers on Instagram.
Congrats, bro. That's a big one. That's a big, way better than me.
Cheers, bro.
What? Because like that's obviously these artists you've mentioned, all the influencers. You ever had something that kept them going? What's something that you can look back on and keeps you going?
The hate that I got. Real shit. The hate that I got just from. I look at it as I was just expressing myself.
Yeah.
Really, just in my early days of music, like I was, I can be very emotional. And I feel like, especially being in high school in a small fucking country town with like maybe 120 kids that went to high school and 40 people in my year group. Everyone knew about it, and I kind of, I copped a lot of flack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I copped a lot of flack. And it's kind of it's been a moment for me, especially recently, seeing those people after graduating, seeing those people kind of come back to look at what I'm doing, and them not keeping that same energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's, you know, I don't look at it as like a fuck you sort of thing. I look at it as like a, now you see that I'm doing better. You know what I mean? Like, now you see like all the hate that I copped off you. You know what I mean? It's just working out in my favour.
Yeah.
Really. Which is, you know, might be unfortunate for some of them, but it's working out fortunate for me, and I'm really appreciative of that.
Did you bring anything sentimental to this session of ours?
I did actually. Hold them up for a second. I bring this notebook. I had another one in high school, which got lost in the high school. But just in this, like I write a lot of like poems and stuff. Like some of them aren't poems. I have in here, to everyone who said I wouldn't make it, suck my circumcised penis until I bust on your shoes.
Very specific.
Very specific. And obviously, like a lot of other stuff in here is vulnerable. This is like, this notebook is, it allows me to be vulnerable, and it's a part of my true self. Obviously, it's not fucking finished, a lot of blank pages.
Yeah.
But I plan to fill it out.
That's fair, bro. That's fair.
Poems, thoughts, music, self-portrait.
Little self-portrait.
Little self-portrait.
Little sketch.
How I see myself.
Fucking A, bro. Yeah, I like that, man. And what's something you like about that notebook compared to like other mediums?
It's, you know, a lot of rappers, they write on, we were just talking about Koma. Koma, he writes on paper because, like, would you say he sees the mistakes in there, and that's a lot more raw. I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that, because that's your true self. You know, it's not just in your fucking iPhone notes.
Yeah.
Or anything where, like, you can, if you make a mistake, just fucking backspace. You know what I mean? Like, it's all there, and it's like scribbled out if it's fucking not meant to be there, but it's still there.
Yeah.
It's your raw, vulnerable self, and that's why I like it.
Pretty much, bro. Even with music, I'd imagine it's also can be a bit hard to manage stuff. What about, like, how do you manage your 9 to 5 and your day job, pretty much?
Fucking hell. Man, like, I go to work, I get money, that's it. And then I come home, and then whatever I'm feeling, bro, like I said, the instrumental is my therapist, so whatever I'm feeling, I can go home and I can do that. It's a any day, any time sort of thing. I can do it at work if I want to. Fuck it. You know what I mean? It's so accessible. And that's the beauty of it, I think. Just the fact that it's so accessible. And I don't really have to work around my 9 to 5 to do it. You know what I mean? I can make tracks at home. Real shit. And it's yeah, like I said, that's the beauty of it, man.
Damn. Do you ever get like a writer's block coming up at all for you? Imagine you do.
I'm scared, actually. I haven't had writer's block in a while.
Okay, I won't jinx it.
No, I haven't had writer's block in a while. Like, it's just, the more emotional I get, and like the deeper I go down in this little fucking hole, the more I come out with something beautiful. You know what I mean? I've got a lot of tracks in the vault at the moment, just of me like expressing shit that I've felt, and just, you know, expressing who I am. And again, beauty of it, man.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of music. It's art, and it allows me to be me, and it's a gift.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's the gift that keeps on giving. You feel me? So yeah, that's fucking writer's block isn't really an issue for me at the moment.
Okay, that's one strength then.
Pretty much. Strength. Yeah, real shit.
I'm not sure if you remember, but before we actually started this episode, I did send out like this sort of story, which is a bit late. I did it the day before, requesting people to sort of send through a question for you. We only got one person.
Okay.
His name is Junkie Productions. You know him?
Junkie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Junkie.
He asked 2 questions. What's your dream collab?
Shit. Man, I got like 2.
Okay.
Real shit. I would fucking love to just talk about Draft.
Yeah.
I would fucking love to do something with Draft. Real shit. Feel like him and I like it. The reason why is because I have a brother. I just went to go see him down in Melbourne, and when I showed him my music, it's the first time I ever showed it to him. He said, "You sound like Draft."
Shit.
And it was fucking, again, full circle moment, because I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm opening for it. He was like, get fucked, there's no way. Draft, and man, I would absolutely love, like, if it is accessible, man, I'd love to work with Cursor as well. Cursor's mad.
The idols, the heroes.
The idols, the heroes, man.
Shit.
And you know what I mean? Like, nothing's out of reach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, if it's not now, then it's someday. You know what I mean?
I like that.
I'm manifesting it. So, yeah, Yeah, Cursor and Draft.
Shit. The other question you had was, what do you think of him, Junkie?
What do I think of Junkie?
Yeah, what do you think of Junkie?
Shit cunt. No, I don't mean that. He's been a supporter for quite a while. And
Yeah.
I really appreciate everyone who supports my music. You know. Beauty of it, man. If you can resonate with my music, then you can. I've got messages from Junkie before saying like, this song's mad, I really relate to this, and I'm like, fucking up.
Is there a collab coming up?
With me and Junkie?
Yeah.
Not at the moment.
Alright, Junkie, well, shouts out to you, bro.
Shout out Junkie, real shit.
Honestly, that's pretty much all I wanted to ask you. Hopefully that gives you a bit of insight into the one and only Blondie. You got a bike passing through around a fucking alleyway. Boo. We got Blondie out here. Thanks, y'all.
Youngblonde Matty on Instagram. It's YUNGBLONDEMATTY. Instagram, look it up, follow me.
Any shout outs?
Shit, shout out to ZP at IMZPET.
We'll spell it out.
G Rebel, love G Rebel, shout out Haunts, shout out Swaet.
Swaet.
You gotta appreciate the man for the work that he does, and just, you know, can't remember names off the top of my head, but like, shout out to everyone who's got me to this point, and shout out to everyone who's gonna carry me on further.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
Alright, cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro.